Welcome to Tigers Untapped, a Bluff City media podcast. Stepping up to the microphone are your hosts, Trey Lasley and TJ Willis. Now, let's get to the show.
Biggest, the largest. I'm back.
Well, welcome back, dude.
Faces.
How was the beach? That's what I want to know.
It was beautiful. We had great weather, except for the last day. Double Reds couldn't get in the ocean. Ocean was closed. Our daughter was going around singing about it, telling everybody that would listen that the ocean was closed. Just couldn't believe it. But other than that, it was great.
We ran a poll. What kind of bathing suit do you wear?
You guys did this last year. Actually, fun fact. If they'd like to sponsor, that'd be great. Went to Oxbow this afternoon. Got myself a bunch of new suits because we realized on this trip, the bathing suits I've had since college, and they've held up great, but the elasticity in the waistband is shot now, and I'm like, I had some Patagonias, those kinds. They lasted 10, 12, 15 years, some of them. So went and got a bunch of new swimsuits today. So
nice.
We're ready for the season.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Are they Memphis? Are they Memphis bathing suits?
No Tigers paraphernalia suits. Just got some genteel, got some Fair Harbor. They make them with these good brief style liners now.
Oh yeah.
I hate that.
Really? You hate a brief liner?
I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that.
What do you prefer?
No liners, dude.
Oh, well, then what are you wearing under? You're wearing like compression shorts under?
Yeah, just like a fast drying underwear kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't like that they are together as one. I don't want them in matrimony. I want them to be separate because here's the thing. If I bend over, my butt cracks for sure going to come out.
Because
if they're together, it's a 2-for-1. They're both coming down. At least they have some type of protection.
Sure.
With their separate.
Sure.
Yeah, makes sense.
See that.
That makes sense.
See. I've never had any that have the. I've got athletic shorts that have the brief liner in them, but I've never had a pair of swim trunks. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know. Trial run. Don't know for sure if I like them or not, but loaded up on some new swim gear. So that didn't really answer your question. I'm just not a board shorts, but like a.
Banana hammock?
Not a full banana hammock, just kind of like an athletic short style. TJ, tell the fine folks at home what we're drinking. My beer is real sweaty. Look at that. Look at the drip.
Yeah, you were complaining about it, and here we are 45 minutes later, still talking.
Look at that. We got Dunkel Phil.
Dunkel Weizen. This is a Memphis made. You can't tell. Hold your can up. Mine looks a different color. Mine looks kind of baby blue here. I think it's because of like I
don't know. You got some kind of lighting sitch going on.
It is a weird lighting sitch.
Mine's like a seafoam green.
Mm-hmm. Mine is also a seafoam green.
Does it freak you out that I used to have hair the color of seafoam green?
I would need to see a photograph of that.
I'll send you a picture right now.
I've actually seen this. I think you bleached it, right?
I bleached it first, and then I went.
And then you swam in chlorine.
And I went seafoam green.
Interesting.
My wife hated it.
That's fair. That is fair.
What? You did this as a married man?
Oh yeah.
I thought you were going to tell me this was in like high school.
It's just a few years ago.
TJ, this is good.
I remember it when you had that.
A,
I'm trying to
a
fix my
Dunkel's
lighting
like a drunk
situation.
uncle, right?
Well, I think this is a Dunkel, like a Uncle Phil. Is where I got.
Oh, I
this.
know that. I know this is a play on Fresh Prince. I get that from the fill and the color scheme right there. You know,
I think maybe there's a guy named Phil that works there. I don't know. Again, this is Memphis made Dunkel Phil. And there's a lot behind that.
I'm gonna be honest, TJ. This may be my first ever experience with a Dunkelweizen.
That's probably fair. I don't think they're that common. What's on the docket,
Dark
dude? We
wheat,
don't have much to
dark
talk
wheat
about.
beer. Wow. Yeah, there's not a
I
whole
think we
lot.
have much to talk about.
Not a whole lot happening. But the biggest news, the largest news,
The largest news.
is that we have a rivalry renewed.
About
To
time.
not only the pleasement of University of Memphis Tiger fans, but Louisville fans themselves were just as excited about this
We're geeked up.
matchup.
Huh?
I also noticed in their official basketball post, I think that they think that this is a shot at us, but they kept calling us Memphis State, which I enjoy.
Yeah, I think that's fun personally.
So, like, hopefully that's the 6 year. You don't ever see lengthy
No.
game contracts like that. 6 years. I guess it starts this coming year in Louisville. They should be pretty good though. I think they're going to be like a top 15 team, right?
Yeah.
You got good. I don't know. Just love it. I'm glad we're getting these kinds of matchups back up. Like we should have been playing Louisville this whole time. I don't even remember the last time we played Louisville was.
2018.
Wow.
And then it was 14 before that. So it's
Goodness
been 9.
Is
gracious.
that real?
Yeah.
9. It'll have
2018.
been 9 years between matchups.
Wow.
That's crazy. Pat Kelsey's done a heck of a job though.
Yeah, I
Kind
do
of a
wish
good-
that we got them back when they were trash. Just that'd be a lot more fun. Just to
You know who they do have though?
like on
their
staff or
roster?
player.
No, on their roster.
Is it somebody that is supposed to be out of eligibility that just keeps finding a way to go back to college basketball?
I don't know. I don't know how long he's
Tremont
been
Mark.
playing. I
Tremont
just
Mark.
know.
Hey, fly.
Is that true? They got the ramen noodle hair dude from South Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, Pryor.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
he was hurt. He was hurt most of last year.
Yeah. So we get to match up with him
Yeah,
again.
they
That'd
got.
be fun.
He stuck it to us that game. He's pretty much the reason we lost that game.
No, super excited about that. 6 years, three there, 3 here. I'm sure it'll get extended even after that. But I mean, those are the type of matchups you want, right? So shaping up to be a pretty, at least now, right now, a pretty stout. Okay, that for those of you that can't see, we've got a different screen than you, and I thought somebody just joined the StreamYard live, and it's not anyone that I've ever seen in my entire life, so it kind of freaked me out. I thought we were being hacked, and it's just Kenny.
You want to
He's
see it?
pulled up a photo of himself with seafoam green hair. Go ahead. Yeah, share
pull
that.
Pull up your can and see if it's the same color. Let me see your can. Ready? Here we go.
You guys have like a special.
That's not real.
That's 100% real.
Who's behind you?
The guy who did it. His name is Carl. It's my guy.
He looks like a Carl.
Can we get it where it's not like you gotta what it looks like dried and
No,
not fresh
Tracy.
out the
Tracy
can?
wouldn't. Tracy did not
What
allow
year
me to
was
keep
this?
it. Let me see.
Was this before or after the last Louisville matchup?
It was
It was
definitely
6 years, so it's before, right?
So what was the what?
No,
was
you said
the-
it was 18.
Yeah, it was. When did the Tigers play Louisville in 2018? I cannot. Let me see.
Was it the same year?
Oh yeah,
Wow.
2018.
But pre-conference, so November, December.
It was March 17th or May 17th, 2018.
So yeah,
What?
that was well before the season. He's talking about when he did his hair.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was well before.
They played December 16th, 2017-18 season. So it was December.
Yeah.
Wait, so it must have been December 16th, 2017 is when they played
Oh, you're right. It was the 17-18 season. So this was right after.
right
We
after.
lost that game 81-72. It was a 30-30, 38-38 ball game at half. Mm. Mm.
Yeah, we were talking about the contract or the rivalry being renewed between Memphis and Louisville and the 6-game series. I can't find anything on a 6-game series. Does anybody literally do a 6-game series?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that's not very common. I mean, teams will do a home and home or like a home neutral home 3,
Yeah.
but 6 it's lengthy
Well,
for
like
a game series agreement for sure.
we just saw it with in college football with Notre Dame and Clemson just agreed to like a 10-year series. Every year they're going to play each other.
Well,
A
that's
little different there, but
I mean
that's
that's
still
also
uncommon.
extreme. Yeah.
But I've never heard of a 6-year. Anything over 3 or 4, honestly.
Yeah. I don't know, but good to have that that matchup back. I know Memphis fans love to hate Louisville. I feel like it's reciprocated from Louisville fans to Memphis.
Yeah.
Um,
I spoke to my dad actually about this because my dad's
yeah, what did he say? I know my parents are going to be fired up about it.
my dad literally said to me, he was like, of all the teams, like he'll mention rivalries and he'll mention teams that he doesn't like, and one of those teams is he can't stand Arkansas. Like, just something about Arkansas basketball just rubs him the wrong way because of all the rivalries. I think the fact that Nolan Richardson would come in and steal Memphis players away from Memphis and play in Arkansas, that kind of stuff. So there's just a lot of history there.
Yeah.
But he called me up and said, of all the teams that Memphis has ever played, I hate Louisville. And we're talking like Tennessee, Cincinnati. We're talking Arkansas. We're talking all these schools, even UAB, if you want to call them a rival. Like, he's like, Louisville, I hate Louisville the most. And he specifically mentioned, he said, it's not the team, it's the coaches. He said, Denny Crum and Rick Pitino, I can't stand those guys.
Yeah.
So,
although Rick's been vouching for us lately, so
yeah, he's been. It's interesting. There's also some reporting that Penny's in talks with trying to extend the Missouri series.
I seen that Alabama,
and now Duke.
Dookie was floated out there. I mean, he's going after it. I love our out of conference. That's what I was saying. These away games are gonna be tough. What we go to Ole Miss, to State, now to Louisville.
Yep.
You're playing in the Baja Mar Classic or whatever with
Purdue.
It was us, Purdue, Wake Forest, and then one unannounced team.
Yeah, one unannounced team. Man,
shaping up to be another pretty solid out of conference schedule we got thrown together here.
Yeah, but they have to have the strong out of conference, right? I mean, it's what Penny's done since he's been here. Like it's, you're going to get 3 quad 1 wins, maybe 4, right?
Yeah.
In conference, that is.
I mean, you got to rack them up there. So doing what you got to do, but nonetheless good to see that we're able to get these matchups. You guys know the overall series standing between us and Louisville?
Yeah, they've got us by
what was the question?
We played like 80. It's 83 games. What's the overall? What's the win-loss record for Memphis versus Louisville? Do you know?
I don't know the numbers. I think it's Louisville by more than 8.
Yeah,
they used to beat us a lot.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we've won 35 and lost 48.
Do you think this is a?
I have it 54-36.
It's
that not right? 1949 to 2017.
I don't know. Go Tigers. Go Tigers Go has it from February 11th, 1963 to 2017.
Louisville's athletic department has it from January 6th, 1949 to December 16th, 2017. So it's 54 wins, 36 losses.
Interesting.
For Louisville.
Yeah. So I don't know. They're counting, what'd you say, 54-36?
Mm-hmm.
Counting 7 games that we're not counting. I don't know why. But
So obviously Louisville was back last year after just being absolute dog water for a couple of years. 4-win season, 8-win season, jumped up to 27.
goodness.
Do you think this is a way for both Memphis and Louisville to get some of the old heads back and committed to the program? If you think about like you both of you said, "Hey, my parents are gonna love this." Is this a way to getting some of that older generation back and getting them back, like invested
I don't know that
in
you've
the
lost
program
the
again?
older generation, but maybe
No.
it's just like reinvigorate, just trying to get the
Just
rivalry. I
some
mean,
type
it's
of
good for
juice or
college
something?
basketball, I feel like, right? Like,
The
used to see some of those.
storylines, yeah.
Yeah, you used to see some of those rivalry commercials and stuff. What was it? I think at a Sheraton
Yeah.
hotel commercial, and there was a Memphis Louisville guy in there. You know, 2 guys at a hotel. Like, they had Duke, Carolina, they had freaking Ohio State, Michigan, and then like pops up a guy in a Louisville hat and a guy in a Memphis hat. It's like all these big time rivalries, college basketball. I think it's just good for the sport. You know,
Yeah.
something that our friend over there in East Tennessee refuses to do. He thinks he's his personal vendettas are bigger than college basketball. Refuses to play us no matter what. Some of the most petty shit I've ever seen in my life. He literally won't play
I'm trying
Penny.
to
It's unbelievable.
Do you
I'm
think it's
trying to
because
think
of
of
the
like
battle? Do you think it's because of the battle between him and Penny, or is it the Tubby Smith stuff?
I think it's both. I think it's
there's a little combo.
he
Yeah.
thinks Tubby was unfairly treated, and he hates Penny with the. I also think the COVID game thing plays a massive part of it. Like, I think that game getting canceled, Rick is just like,
Screw you guys.
yeah, I'm have nothing to do with y'all ever again. That's okay though, because he's going to be retiring soon, so it doesn't matter much longer. Whatever.
If you had to pick, and I say this not knowing the exact number of games played, but Memphis Louisville or Memphis Cincinnati, what would you say is the bigger rivalry game in college basketball? I guess more
Probably
than
Memphis
in college
Louisville.
football.
Yeah.
Although I know
Memphis
that there's
Louisville has been a bigger program.
probably, but
I
think there's
remember
just
the
more
Louisville.
hatred
I
between
remember.
those teams. And I think it goes back to what Kenny was saying. I think it was a lot of the coaching. And
Yeah.
I mean, like we were talking about it the other day. My brother was talking about, and I just was talking about them trying, like their fans calling us Memphis States in the comments below their posts and stuff. My brother was saying the other day that when Denny Crum was the coach there, he wouldn't call us Memphis State. He would refer to us as Memphis because he thought that was an insult. And I forget who it was. Who's the old radio broadcast guy? He said, I don't know the exact quote. My parents will be screaming at me about it right now, and they're listening to this. But it was something about if he had the choice of rooting for Louisville or rooting for the Russians, he was pulling for Russia.
Jack Eaton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was some line like that. Can you ask your dad about it? I'm sure he knows it right off the top.
I will ask him about that. For me, as a fan of the Tigers, that Memphis Cincinnati rivalry time period I hated Cincinnati, like legitimately hated them, with Nick, with Kenyon Martin, with Danny Fortson. Oh my gosh, I hated that.
My mom, fun fact, we used to sit pretty low at the pyramid. My mom, I don't even know what happened. She'll have to tell the story. Maybe we'll get her on at some point to tell it. But she was calling Nick Van Exel a crybaby. And he turned around and flipped her the bird. My mom stood up on the second row of the pyramid and double birded him right in his face.
Yes. God, I wish we had.
For you.
I wish cameras were readily.
I know. I wish we had footage of it.
Right.
I wish we did. But you didn't want to mess with my mom.
Betty, man,
She's
she gets
coming at
after
you.
it, bro. She gets after it.
I think so. We've already discussed that there's some discrepancy on the number of games played, but it's actually pretty close. Memphis versus Cincinnati is a total of 84 games, and Memphis Louisville is 90. So it's pretty close.
It's close.
Memphis does
close.
not own the series in either game.
I mean, that Cincinnati team when Bob Huggins was coaching and they had Kenyon I mean, they were so good. Kenny
Yeah.
Satterfield.
I
Sure.
will never. So Kenyon Martin broke his leg at the
Yes.
Pyramid in
Yes.
the conference tournament. My family and I had just walked into the Pyramid, and it got eerily quiet. And we were like, what the hell's going on? And then we kind of got to the end, the end zones you used to be able to see from the plaza area or whatever.
Yep.
We got there and we could see him laying in the paint and trainers and stuff all around him. And I'll never forget that, walking into the Pyramid and it just being like deathly quiet. And we were like, are they not supposed to be playing a basketball game right now? Like, what the hell's going on?
Oh,
Anyway. So
there is no, I mean, Memphis has no every year rivalry outside of they get up for UAB, right?
I mean,
but
our conference affiliation has destroyed our rivalries for a while. I mean, it became Houston. I at a point, football and basketball, absolutely hated them. Football, I hated UCF, but now it's, just where we're at conference wise. I feel like we don't have a true rival. So to be able to get a 6-game series with a team that I feel like we'll be able to start hating again, gets me excited.
So you kind of took me where I was going to go with that. If you could pick today, what is one program that is actually considered a rival that you would want to add back? If they said, hey, free reign, Trey, Kenny,
if you told me today,
usually get to pick.
Especially where they're sitting, and because I respect their head coach,
Houston.
and I just loved hating
Houston,
him. Yeah,
right?
I would love to play Houston
every year.
I think it is Houston. I think that's the right answer.
Either that or Arkansas for me. That or Arkansas. I would love to play Arkansas on a consistent basis.
I think that would
Arkansas
be fun regionally, and because Cal's there, I think it would make it fun too.
Yes, that's where I was going. It does having Cal be the head coach at Arkansas change that? Or is it like, if it were Bryce Drew or anybody else, how would that change the outcome? But it's still,
I think it would still be fun to play Arkansas, but I think having Cal as their coach makes it a little extra spicy and would make it a little more fun.
Does playing Ole Miss as much as they have been, does that make it a little bit spicy for y'all?
I mean, no, I don't like. No, I just don't.
They're right down the street, man.
I know, but and I know that they've kind of gotten the better of us a little bit. Yeah. I mean, except for this year, but no, I just don't think you just don't think of Ole Miss as they just don't have basketball history and stuff. So it's not like I don't know. Maybe that doesn't make sense, but I just don't care enough about Ole Miss basketball to be like. Yeah, it's almost to me that game to me feels like lose a lot of time. Like, if we lose to them, then we have to suffer listening to their fans rub it in our face, and if we win, it's like, well, they'll be like, well, we don't care about basketball anyway. We're a football,
but for your metric, even a bad loss at Ole Miss is still good for you as long as you don't get freaking mollywopped,
dude. That game in Oxford. In the 21-22 season with Amani and Jalen, when Amani almost went up into the stands because he was.
It's hard to make it, that year. It was hard to make me feel bad for Amani, but I legitimately felt bad for Amani leaving Oxford.
I've told you all the story about what happened underneath the arena after the game, right? The Ole Miss media went. I mean, I have never been in a media room where the media was so unprofessional about a college kid. Like, I'm talking.
He was like 17 too.
Dude, they were. I mean, I'm talking every Memphis media member that came into their post-game press conference room. There was one media member, and I wish, man, this dude was like Dave Willoshin could beat him up. That's how small this dude was. Like, this guy was talking so much shit about Amani Bates and like being like real
to his face.
No, to all of us in the room. Like, was just like basically calling Amani out, calling Penny out, I mean, it was crazy. And I was like, I hate these guys. Like, just the media as a whole. Like, I was like, these guys are. You guys have nice, TJ. I like that.
Yep.
What?
You got some kind of light action going on.
Yeah, man.
Setting the mood. Yeah, I don't know.
Changed it earlier.
I don't feel like I hate Ole Miss. It would definitely be Houston though, if I had my pick.
The Ole Miss
I mean,
thing
I
is
was
just
getting to
fun
a
because
point where
it's regional, right?
I literally hated them so much.
Yes. Dude, when
And
Jamal Shed hit that,
and I
when Jamal
loved
Shed
beating
hit the
them.
jumper at the buzzer a few
When
years ago.
freaking Trayvon Mark banks in a half court shot to beat us, like, and those games were just fun.
They're
Like,
fun.
Yeah.
they were fun games.
Do y'all think that if Penny wasn't the head coach of Memphis, that he'd be able to that Memphis would be able to renew any of these rivalries, or do you think it's all Penny?
I think it depends. I think having Penny plays a part in it, kind of going where I was talking about earlier with pulling the old heads back in. Like Penny played them, right? There's some old history there, so I think that plays a part in it, right? I think if you had any other random coach,
It would. I think it would be
fill in Buzz Williams as a random filler there. It's not going to be the same. I don't think he would do that, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I agree. All right, on the recruiting trail, we've had a little bit of action. There's reports out there that
a little bit of action.
Curtis is coming on a visit. Do we need another freaking guard, gentlemen?
No.
Goodness gracious.
They got 2 roster spots, and they're filling it up with the 18th guard.
We're going to have, what are you going to have, 13 Scullies? We're going to have 11 guards, 2 big men.
Hey, Passner did it.
Gracious. Whatever. 4 Kings.
Return to the 4 Kings.
I mean, I don't know. Is this a true serious interest or
bringing him on a visit?
I mean, I know, but he's also from here. So is it like really bringing him on a visit, or is he just at home and they're like, hey, well,
come on through. Pull up.
Come on, stop by.
I don't know. It doesn't, if he's like a long-term thing, I don't think it's anything for next year, right? Like, you got Doug.
Well, history tells you that he's not going to stick around until next year.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I don't know. Spent his freshman season at LSU, averaged 5, 1.5 reps, 1.5 assists. Guys, he shot a disgusting 26.9% from the field. Shot 24.6 from 3.
He got minutes too, though.
59%
from
free throw. He did. He played.
The problem is that he got
20 minutes a game.
Shot terribly.
Yeah.
I mean, just not good numbers.
Like, I would honestly go, okay, those numbers, whatever, you're playing garbage time, whatever. He got minutes, and that's concerning to me. I don't like that.
He did get minutes.
Yeah.
He did. I mean, he hit over 20 multiple times throughout the season in SEC play. I mean, he played 30 minutes against Tennessee, 31 against Florida. He was 4 of 12 from the field, 3 of 9 from 3 against Florida. I don't know. Doesn't excite me, but trust in Penny. If we've learned nothing else, you got to trust in Penny. The only other news, I don't know if you guys talked about it last week. I don't think you did, but official word that Dain's waiver has officially been submitted.
Officially.
So we should be able to hear back by mid-December, I think, on whether or not he's eligible. If that's the case.
If Dain doesn't get approved with all the other approvals that are happening, it is going to be absurd.
Yeah. Would you really be shocked if he wasn't approved?
No, 100%.
I'm not expecting it to happen, but I'm kind of with you, Kenny. Like,
dude,
if it
Malik
doesn't
Thomas,
happen,
Tremont Mark.
Like,
who was the other guy? There was another guy. Shoot. There's one other kid. I forgot who it was.
I don't know. There's been multiple.
Yeah.
Hunter Dickinson's coming back.
Hunter Dickinson's got his 15th year of eligibility.
Goodness gracious. I don't know. We need Dain.
Yes, you definitely need Dain. You need anyone who's a big man, right? I think that's pretty clear. I think what's going to end up happening is we're going to freaking run Ashton and Bradshaw, right? That's gonna be our big man. We're gonna run.
Hassan.
Well, you got
6'7".
Hassan. He's like 6'8", isn't he?
Yeah, a guard. They want to go big guard on that.
Yeah, would you throw him out there at a
Positionless
4?
basketball?
He's huge,
Sure
man.
they will. Did you see that Baraka Okogie landed somewhere?
Yes.
Yes. Hold on. Don't
And
tell me
Mercer.
where it was.
Oh, sorry.
It was ridiculous.
Mercer.
I just said
Was it?
Yeah.
It was
Oh, I'm
Mercer.
thinking of Jared Harris.
Yeah,
Wyoming?
okay,
Went
well,
to
that's where I was going
Wyoming.
next. Wyoming.
What has he ever? Does he
Oh,
know how cold it gets up there?
So random.
That one was random as hell.
Why would anyone decide to go to Wyoming? Is it Wyoming that
assuming
has a
there's
wild
minutes.
gem?
What do you mean by that?
So there's somebody up there that has an absolute. No, that's not who I'm thinking of.
Idaho is a wild football
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of.
indoor
yeah,
arena.
they're indoor. Yeah. Okay. That's what
indoor
I'm thinking.
football.
Yeah. That's who it was. Okay.
I don't know about the Wyoming basketball arena, but now you got me.
It's
curious.
not it. I was thinking of the Idaho football inside. Yeah, I don't. Jared Harris to Wyoming. It rocked my world. I
Didn't
thought it
see
was
that
a misprint. Baraka ended up at Mercer though.
You know what? It's funny you bring up Wyoming. Do you know where they play basketball?
Yeah, in Wyoming.
It-
What do you mean?
No, they play in the same. They play at White Station High School. That's what this looks like to me. Looks like the
kinda
White
looks
Station
like-
High School gym.
It looks a little bit like a poor man's Wichita
It
State.
looks like they play basketball on a yurt.
What?
On a yurt?
In a yurt?
Look how far away some of those seats are. Are you seeing the same pictures I am?
Yeah.
I guess that's how they have it. Their sideline seats are so far away from the floor.
It's weird,
I
man.
mean, you could fit a whole nother floor in between there. Anyway,
It's like
Only-
Vanderbilt.
I don't know. Good for them. It feels like a good level for Baraka
Yeah.
at Mercer. Like, I feel like that's not
guess.
a bad landing spot. Jared, we'll see. I think he should have visited during the winter months to make that decision ultimately, but who knows? I guess he'll cross that bridge when he comes to it with ice skates. We'll see. All right. Hopefully, Dane, we get some feedback because we need my man. And I'll tell you why when we come back and we look at some updated sausage. We'll be right back.
The Grizzlies make it official. They are sticking with Tomas Isalo as their head coach. Boy, I better get that down. Tomas Isalo.
There you go.
Tomas Isalo. But the problem is, that's pretty good, but the problem is every time I say it, I have to like stop before I say it. Well, the Grizzlies today made a move as Tomas Isalo announced that
Looks like a twitch that kicks
yeah,
in.
I mean, it's kind of rough. But Tomas gets the job. We got to start calling him Coach T.I. How's that?
That's what we definitely
good?
got to call him that.
Coach T.I.? Coach T.I. Gets the head coaching job, and I don't think a shock.
Tune in to the Night Court podcast with your hosts, Rob Fisher and Brevin Knight, on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
What do you think the Kings? The Kings are in a very interesting situation because they've already got weird. I see you, Edward. Yeah, I'm with that. Yep.
Yeah. I think like Domantas Sabonis is going to command so much from a team that needs rebounding, the Memphis Grizzlies. And you can get some picks and some young players from the Memphis Grizzlies to reboot this team and make them younger and play better for the Memphis Grizzlies. And it's time to reboot, hit reset, and trade Domantas Sabonis to the Memphis Grizzlies.
I'm with you. I don't know what's bigger than a reboot, like a nuclear explode. Like I think they need to go back to the drawing board, which is really unfortunate. So close after Light the Beam, and a big way to reboot would be to, I don't know, trade Sabonis and Keegan Murray to the Memphis Grizzlies, like you said.
Perfect. Catching the vision.
Tune in to The Daily Grind with your host, Luke Hatmaker, every Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. live on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Ba-da-da-da. All right. We looked at the sausage maker a couple of weeks ago. Our boy Bart still has a disclaimer there that says it's too early to use. But I think when we looked at it a couple of weeks ago, there was no ranking. It would spit us out like a team rating, but there was no numerical value rating to that. We were having to look at this previous season's data to say, hey, this is where they might fall. So we now officially have a preseason ranking. Do you guys want to take a guess at where we're at with the current roster? As is, it is fully updated. Hassan's on there, Doug, everybody, Zach, Sincere, Quante, Julius,
remember?
Felipe.
45.
Yeah, do we remember where we were last time? I don't remember the number.
Last season.
Didn't we talk about this a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, but there wasn't. That's what I'm saying. There was no ranking. We were having to look at versus this past season's data to try to figure it out. Now there's an actual ranking relative to every other team preseason.
Yeah,
And he
I
says
said
45.
something outrageous. I said something outrageous. I said like 80 something. So I'm gonna go lower. I'll split the difference 60.
Wow.
65.
TJ wins. Okay, TJ loses if it's pressure right. You should have stuck with 60.
No, it's not pressure right.
63.
Mm.
That's not great. If you just add Dain, what kind of impact do you think Dain makes?
45.
Yes. A big one.
Can he stick him with his 45 answer? No, he's saying that we'll bump up from 63 to 45th.
46.
Real good guess is 43. 20 spot jump, adding Dain. And then you got one spot left.
Speaking of, so let's update the sausage. This roller coaster ride with PJ Haggerty, he tweets out or retweets the video of him saying, take care of the name on the front.
Yeah,
the name on the back.
I seen that.
Is he coming back to Memphis?
I don't think so.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I
with
think
this
he was
roster with him?
retweeting it as like because his name's kind of getting pushed out. He got invited to the combine, right?
Bro,
Like
same thing happened to David. Same thing happened to Lester. Same thing happened. Come on.
I'm not saying. I'm just telling you what I think. That he's getting a little bit of pub for the NBA draft, and he's retweeting that saying, "Hey, I worried about the name on the front this past season. Now my name on my back's getting taken care of."
Dude,
in all these pre-draft talks.
You know who that.
But I'll go ahead and I'll run it. I'm adding Dain. I'm throwing Haggerty as the last two pieces
30
to the sausage link.
30.
It's running. Okay, TJ, what's your guess?
So we said it was, what was the number?
43 with Dain added. So if you add PJ
28
and Dain, I'm not gonna lie, this is a little bit disappointing of a number. 35.
I'm telling you,
I feel like that's a top 25 team. You're adding a freaking preseason All-American and then Dain, who absolutely dominated the American Conference. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
that feels like a top 25 team to me, but 35. I'll take it. Sign me up.
Yeah.
That's better than I think where we were even last year. We were like 50 something, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of a letdown.
I don't know. Though now I'm intrigued because Kenny thinks PJ's coming back.
No. I don't know.
I don't think he's coming back. I really don't. And I'll gladly be wrong on this. I just don't know how it works on the roster. How do you have Sincere? How do you have Doug?
Bro,
how do you have?
I said this on the bluff. There is not a single guy that Memphis has gotten this offseason that you say, you know what, for the sake of this guy, let's not get PJ freaking Haggerty back.
Who do you think leaves if he comes back, though?
Who's going to leave?
Doug, right?
No, it'll be Julius Tedford. It could be Sincere. Bye.
You think Julius is coming and expecting a starting role?
I don't know. I bet sincere. I bet if listen, God, I better be careful. Probably would be a sincere Parker. And you go, okay, cool.
You don't think it's Doug with PJ wanting to be a 1?
If it's Doug, fine. Bye.
Goodness gracious. You do need to be careful.
But PJ, I thought he only wanted to be a 1, like in a random scenario. I like
No,
hey, I'm going to
those were
hit the
his-
market and I'll be a
No.
1.
No. Those were his demand.
I'm going to bow out of this conversation.
Those were his demands. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not
I don't know.
happening anyway.
Demand is the word, but
So because it's not happening, I'm going to add Dain.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to add Little Curtis.
Oh. They'll go up to 100. They'll go to 100.
And I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you where we're at.
well, hear me out. If anybody, while Trey does this, if somebody transfers out,
So that we
They're-
only have
they have
2
to
big
sit
men.
out.
No, they
Right.
don't.
No,
I don't
they
think
can
so.
come back. They can withdraw from the
Because they
pool.
haven't played. That's what I'm telling you. I don't think national letters of intent mean a damn thing
They
anymore.
don't mean anything anymore.
But
If
the
he hasn't
portal's
enrolled in
closed.
school yet, it doesn't matter. They had already entered.
Yeah, they can. He can.
But
go-
they're
he
they're
can
not
l-
in the portal anymore if they've signed with the team.
Who
You don't
signed-
have to
Who are you
currently-
talking about?
Anybody that's
Anyone
on
on the
our
team, they can't leave again.
I mean, it's the same
Without
thing that
sitting
happened
out.
with like ACOT, right? Like,
That
Yeah.
wasn't but the transfer portal was like they didn't have the same
no,
rules.
that was
then.
yes, they did.
I don't know.
I think once you've entered, you're in it. Like you can decommit from somewhere, and
But that's the
you've
thing.
already entered the portal.
So okay, what if they're already enrolled in school? They cannot. they
That's
can't
what I'm
just
saying.
leave, right?
They're not enrolled because classes aren't in sesh.
I don't think that's necessarily true. I think honestly they can do whatever they want until the first game of the year. Because there's some history there with Memphis and guys needing to play the first game of the year, and getting them ready to go. Like Tyreek Smith, right? Like last year, there were some other questions about other players on the team, and the whole conversation was just get them on the floor for the first game, and they can't go anywhere. That was
And then that didn't happen.
right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Doesn't
don't
matter
think
if
that
he's
I don't think the rules are hard and fast on this at all. Like with national letters of intent, because they can be released from those. Like if a guy wants to come and if a guy's signed a national letter of intent and hasn't played a game yet and goes to Penny Hardaway, he can go, I want out, and they can be released from that.
Yeah,
but
and
that's
if
a
he
different
doesn't,
thing.
then-
That's a different conversation. We're not talking about NLIs. We're talking about transfer portal, which is a set window of when you can enter. A national letter of intent, you're only signing that if you are like a high school senior. They can sign at any point in time, right?
So I don't, but that's where the NLIs come into play. Like they're not committed anywhere yet until that first game. Then that's when it becomes you have to stay once this first game hits. You have to stay for the rest of the semester. Because remember, like all those guys like Dante.
I mean,
Harris,
they all signed though. What is that? I mean, they all signed.
But they don't sign national letter of intents.
Okay, what were they signing?
I don't know what
I mean-
they always say sign, but they don't sign NLI. That's literally only if you are going JUCO to 4-year or high school to a 4-year, well, any college, I guess at that point.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. When we add little Curtis and Dain, we'll be 49th.
there you go.
I guess it's a scholarship. That's what they sign.
I guess.
Like, hey, I'm agreeing to a
Like
scholarship.
agreeing to a scholarship. Maybe
That's the only thing that makes sense. So it's signed.
It's
I don't know what else you
financial
can-
aid.
it could be that national letter of intent is not even applicable to this situation. That's the only language I know to use, right? Like I don't know what the language is to use,
Yeah.
whether it's a financial aid package, whether it's a scholarship package, whatever it may be. There's no whatever it is, they are not stuck in that. They're not committed to that until the first game of the year.
till they've stepped foot on the floor with the name on the front of the jersey, with their name also on the back of the jersey.
Taking care of both names.
Simultaneously naming.
I'm going back to it. It's not happening because I don't know how you figure it out. I don't know how you make the rest of it work.
Well, I don't think he wants to be here. Otherwise, he would have already made it clear that he wanted to be here.
No,
I mean, we offered him.
I disagree with that.
You're testing the water.
I
He's
disagree
going
with
to test the
that.
water and see what he can get. There's a
That
chance
man
he can
wants-
get paid.
That man wants money.
Okay, and the highest offer has come from us, and he still hasn't
Because, like we said last week, he is intently focused on the draft. He is looking for a guaranteed pick,
Well, that's not happening.
and it's not going to happen. But that's why this whole like the buzz around him with the NBA draft that is coming from his agent. Like that's all.
What's the withdrawal date from the draft? May 31st or something?
It's like May. It's coming up. God, I hate my.
Imagine it's got to be a little like the May 25th sounded right, but I don't think that's right. Because you got to think it's like late June, like the 20th.
May 28th.
No, it's June 15th.
No.
Yeah. Oh, no.
June 15th, Kenneth? That's 10 days before the draft.
This Fox News or Fox Sports article does say that.
Withdrawal deadline is June 15th at 5 p.m. Eastern.
You can pull out of the draft 10 days before?
That's what Fox Sports is reporting.
That seems wild.
That's what NBA.com is saying.
The deadline for athletes to apply for early entry was April 26th. They have until June 15th to decide whether they want to withdraw from the draft and uphold their college eligibility. Wow. We've got over a month. We're moving on. I saw you guys did the live sim update last week, and TJ loves to pull out his Microsoft Paint skills.
So good.
We're gonna make this a weekly thing because they're making progress.
It was so good, TJ. I'm so impressed.
I'm about to pull this up, and we're gonna look and see where they're at because I think they got a heck of a lot more support beams standing up.
Yeah, I can't really make out what that one is because the lights are off.
What? Oh
Yeah,
my
lights are off over here.
gosh! Why are the lights off?
No practice for the showboats, maybe?
Well, the showboats suck. They are the least.
They don't
winning
practice.
franchise.
They don't even live here, right? Don't they have like a hub city? They just
In
travel here to
Houston.
play games.
The entire
Yeah, it's Houston.
UFL.
They live in one of those. They live in like an apartment complex, like the Love Is Blind cast, and then they just fly. They fly up here to play their games.
But look at all the
really
work they've
feeling
been
the
doing.
connection to the city.
Look at all the work they've done.
They have done a lot. It's going to look wild playing games in there next year.
I feel like I need to turn my flashlight on to look at the
I know,
stadium
this
to
is-
understand what I'm looking at here.
Well, I guess we'll move on since they don't. Can we get in
You guys are
contact?
nerds. They play in Memphis. You can literally see the
They,
showboats.
I know that they
banner.
play in Memphis, but during the week they do not live
They
here and
fly
they do not
into
practice
Memphis and
here.
play.
They literally
I see what
only
you're saying.
fly
Okay,
in
I
to
see what you're
play the
saying now.
game. It's
I see what you're
so dumb.
Clearly play here.
I wasn't kidding. Every team lives in an
They-
apartment
seriously.
complex together with every other team.
Yeah, like Love Is Blind.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
They're
Did
the
you guys see the
least
the
winning
freaking-
franchise.
in the UFL?
Yes, since
Since the start of it?
since the start of it, they have.
That's really sad.
They're so bad. Anyway,
We drove through Birmingham yesterday, and the Birmingham team was playing. They had a decent crowd for Mother's Day.
I'd like to make a statement.
Yes.
College underclassmen and seniors who are eligible to play for one more season who want to retain their NCAA eligibility will have to withdraw their name from the draft pool by May 28th. NBA rules call for a later withdrawal deadline, but the NCAA has its own set of rules.
oh,
And they said the deadline is 10 days after the combine ends. So you have until May 28th.
thank you for clarifying that. That's
The NCAA rules don't matter. They get beat every day in court. So
It quite literally matters. Last thing you want is this dude to come back and you're like, he may or may not have eligibility because we're already doing that now with Dain and our 15 guards.
we do that every year. All right, so he's got to withdraw by the 28th. We'll go with that.
Yep. Or they
We'll see what
forfeit the
happens.
remaining NCAA eligibility.
All right. Did you guys see the freaking care package that we sent to John Gruden? I mean, they gave him one of everything.
So good.
Those Crocs were dope.
I mean, he gave them to his wife for her birthday.
They're cozy. I get it.
What was your
thinking
favorite
freaking-
part of the? What did you like the most?
That helmet
Let's
is
see.
sick.
That helmet is
The helmet.
stupid.
But I know TJ loves this, and
Should
I
have
do
that
too.
helmet
But
here.
the Nike quilted, whether it be the jacket or the vest, those things are incredible. They gave him one of every. Yes, that helmet, but
That
life
helmet
size.
is so good.
What's the
Oh,
number
this is
on that,
the-
or is it double?
This is the
Oh,
Cotton Bowl. But
yeah.
a little different.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a box. I wouldn't
is my
mind a
favorite
box of
helmet.
Pro V1s with the Tigs logo on it.
It's pretty cool too.
They gave him one of every Memphis Tiger hat that's ever been created. They gave him every freaking sleeved polo, quarter zip,
I
mean,
will say,
coffee mug, water bottle, tees.
I will say, their gear, their swag, Memphis swag is so good. Like, but those hats are
They don't fit right.
they're not. Those are like my least favorite part of the Memphis swag is their hats. Their hats are not good, and I'm a hat guy, so it's like,
Yeah, they don't. Fit
Yeah, but
right.
it's this
Speaking of
Nike,
hats-
that flexible Nike hat though.
Yeah, that's
Don't
what I'm
like 'em.
saying. It's not a right. It's it doesn't matter that it's Memphis. It's any team that's on that fit.
Yeah.
Speaking of hats, you guys see we finally got a branded Bills. You know that hat brand?
No.
What?
Oh my goodness. You guys haven't seen the
Branded
branded
Bills?
Bills hat? Yeah, they're like those waterproof hats. They showed up. Like
I've
that-
seen these
That
hats. I
good
didn't know
quick
what they
drying.
oh wow,
were. They got a little meshy mesh. Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, mesh in the back. Anyway, we got I guess we
Dude,
we
a rope
licensed
hat.
with them, and they got a plethora.
ooh, the flat bill,
Yeah, or you
panel
can get
rope
curved.
is
Yeah,
really cool.
but they got a. Here, I'll pull it up real quick.
Yeah, I like
we
that.
worked out a deal with branded Bills.
I've never heard of these people, but
You've never
really
seen
good
these
looking hat.
hats?
I mean, I think I've seen.
They're
like, this
nice.
mesh
It's like
hat.
it's like a rubberized logo that's on there.
Yeah, I see
And then
that.
it's a nice meshy back with it's like a quick dry, good, almost athleisure type of hat. You know what I mean? Like a fabric.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got a heck of a this isn't the only one.
Ooh,
There's
I like that. I like that one. The far right to the second from the right, the blue.
The
That's
dark
nice.
blue. Or,
The dark blue. Yeah, that's nice. I just need Ryan
Anyway.
to step his hat game up. Wear a hat that fits right.
maybe
for his
he
head.
may be wearing a branded Bills
Mhm.
this season. We'll see. They do fit better. I have one from the FedEx St. Jude. That's got it was like it was a tiger with a FedEx.
Mm.
Anyway, I'd go grab it, but then I'd have to move all this stuff and go get it. Anyway, that's just our people at the athletic office. If you're listening, just send it for all three of us.
Mm.
We could take a box that you guys.
no, we'll
sent to
take
John.
last year's gear. We don't care.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll take.
whatever's left from the spring sale. Send it our way.
What do you call dibs on immediately? If they send us a box of all the stuff that Gruden got, what do you call dibs on?
I mean, probably the helmet. First thing, first pick.
Yeah, the helmet's got to be first pick.
And then I would probably wear it for every
Mm.
episode, and then also wear it to every home game.
You would have to wear. it to
I
every
may
home
go. I think I would be one of the dudes that showed up full gear. I would get shoulder pads.
game.
I
Mhm.
would get pants, and I would show up fully dressed out every.
With the
every
gloves,
game.
like
Yeah,
what's
with
his name?
gloves.
With like Phil.
Well,
does.
I wouldn't pull that move off, but yeah.
That's tough. I don't know what I would do first. I mean, that quilted vest is
That
pretty
quilted vest is awesome.
You're also
Hank-
a big
Hank can
Crocs
swear his
guy.
a lot. I do like the Crocs, but I think I could probably afford the Crocs more than I could that quilted vest.
Right.
That quilted vest is going to be
I don't-
125.
can you buy
and
those
I could
Memphis
never
Tigers?
justify that.
Can you buy those Memphis Tigers Crocs?
Yeah, I think we can. I'm sure.
Like,
the
do you
bookstore
think
has
those
them.
Pro V1s Did they get those made for John or
No,
were
I
they-
bet it's from. I bet the golf team uses them.
Oh, that's a good point.
I bet the golf team has a. They probably have a Titleist deal, and then they use those, so they send them to him.
Look, I'm seeing Memphis Crocs on the interweb. So like,
Yeah, I just did a quick search. I saw them. They don't look like they're the ones that he got though.
no, they're probably not.
He
But-
got that like. I don't want to say tie-dyed, but you know what I mean. They were kind of like
yeah. I know what you mean.
tie-dye camouflagey colored.
I think
Dude,
I'm
he-
still picking the vest.
Yeah, the vest is dope. He went through like 20 years of Memphis football history. Dontari Poe,
Yeah.
Tommy West,
Yeah, he was
Tim
rattling off
Harris.
guys left and right. It was
Justin
impressive.
Fuentes.
I mean, he definitely did. Yeah, he definitely did a quick wiki search, but he retained a
There's
lot.
like a guy with a cue card on the other side, like holding it up, like flipping it.
Yeah.
Was impressive. Big Tigs fan though. Now John is. So anyway, send Tigers Untapped a care package our way.
Mhm.
We'll rep harder than we've ever repped.
We'll rep, hey, and we'll give it away. We'll give some gear away to some fans too.
I'm not. That's Kenny
I
can
know I
give
can't
his
make that
portion away.
promise. I'm not pricking.
I will gladly keep and wear everything that you give me. Kenny can give away whatever.
I'll give it
he's
to my wife.
allocated.
So
There
I
you
can
go.
take it.
All right, Timothy, let's get into this Dunkel fill.
I think it's because my computer screen is so freaking bright that it
think it's just the
illuminates
lighting.
it so much. But yeah, you got that.
Yeah, yours
got
looks
a
like
cool
it's just
lighting
a
in
different
here.
beer.
I have cool lighting, and you have warm lighting,
I know typically we've
natural lighting.
we've not been high on the Memphis made cans, but I like this color scheme a lot. I like that it's an Uncle Phil Fresh Prince of Bel-Air play. I mean, it's not going to be crazy high because it's still the same Memphis made, template. But I do like the color scheme a lot, and I like the direction they're going. So I am going to throw it up to like a 5.9.
Oh,
You know,
was that what the alcohol by volume is? No, 5.6.
oh, that would have been
You
cool.
said
to look at it
5.9?
that way. Yeah, 5.9.
I'm a little higher than you. I think it's like a 6.5. I like the color scheme too. It's
Wow.
fun. It's something different. I mean, you can see that there's at least some color and vibes here. It's usually one color.
I can't
for the
remember what we
can and
rated
then,
the
like two
SpongeBob
colors
one.
for this and
And I think that one was rated the
Captain.
highest. Yeah.
No, we actually didn't give it enough love. I don't think. Not respectfully. It should have been a lot higher. I think you said a 4.3. I said a 4.8
For the can?
for the can. Yeah,
Goodness, we were having a bad day.
yeah, it's a good can.
That's
mean,
a
so
better
it's-
can than this one.
Let's hold on. I think we're misremembering that can. I remember it.
I mean, it's very. It was a SpongeBob.
Well, as much as it could be. I think it was just a yellow can with some pimples on it. I don't think it was.
Well,
obviously
that's. I
something-
mean, the
No,
sponge
dude, that can
dimples
stunk.
is.
that can was not that cool. I misremembered.
Yeah, I
it
guess
too.
you're right. Yeah.
Don't second
I
guess
guess,
us.
yeah, I
dude.
guess you're right. I guess you're right. I guess you're right.
There's one color. We got exotic
I
flavor.
mean, I still don't
exotic
feel like
colors
this
here.
is 2 whole points better. But you're right. This color scheme
do.
does do well.
Look at any of the cans. All their stuff is like 2 colors, 3 colors
Yeah.
max.
As far as
Working
the
4 pieces here.
Dunkelweizen ale, I really enjoyed this. Like I said, I don't think I've ever had a Dunkelweizen before. Big fan. Big fan of this. I'd go back to back on these. I think I'd get a 6-pack of this just because I like the can color so much.
Wow.
I don't know why. But
Where
as
we
far
at?
as a score, I'd like to try this on tap. I feel like it would be even better on tap.
Sure, I want to try all of this on tap, but we are untapped, so we're not
Oh
going to do that.
my gosh, guys! Breaking news.
What?
Memphis added a new quarterback. Ty Collins from Arkansas State University.
Oh, breaking news. Ty Collins.
What was this for? Flag or
Breaking.
oh, there it is. I see
Oh, preferred walk
Yeah,
on.
he's a walk-on, dude. He's
that.
from
Can we not
he's a
interrupt
quarterback
beer
from
rating
Arkansas
reviews for
State.
preferred walk-on
I
commit?
would like to apologize.
Goodness, I mean, no ill will towards you, Ty. We're glad to have you, but
I'm sure you're a
This
sweet
is-
fella.
we're in the
This is
we're in
about
the
me.
midst of rating a Dunkel Phil right here, please.
That's on me. That's on me. That I'm sorry.
Goodness gracious.
I got to be in the present here. My bad.
I like this dark wheat ale. This is good, Timothy. I would drink these back to back, so that's a good crushability score. I mean, it's not off the charts. I'd reach for this in an open cooler if there were other options. I think I'm going like 7-8 on this.
Wow.
Wow. You definitely went a lot higher than me.
Really, you didn't
there-
enjoy it.
It's not that I didn't enjoy it. It's any of like the wheat beers, I know they're gonna have a bunch of malt in them. And I just kept finding myself reaching for my water to like cleanse my mouth to kind of
You're
get
very-
the malt
Yeah,
and caramel
You're-
out of there. I don't know what it is.
you're pretty.
I don't love it.
You're pretty malt sensitive for sure.
It's yeast forward, perhaps is the word I want to look for. I don't know.
Mm.
Maybe that's like the nerdy beer aspect of it, but I don't know what it is. It makes me like constantly want to cleanse my mouth. I mean, it wasn't bad though. I do like it. I don't know that I would have two back to back. Maybe a Dunkel Phil,
Really?
something else, and then revisit a Dunkel Phil. But something about that wheat, and it's not like it's a lot of malt, but there's enough malt for me to be like and want to like cleanse my mouth out.
That's
But
not a bad play to have a
cool can, though,
Dunkel,
still.
a palate cleanser, and then a Dunkel.
Go get yourself a Dunkel Phil.
But yeah, jump on that Dunkel.
We probably should have
And
looked
then-
into it to confirm that it is in fact Dunkel Phil, like Uncle Phil Fresh Prince play on words. But
I mean, it's got to be. Then what else would it be?
does-
With that color scheme, that's definitely what it is.
I don't. What do you mean the color scheme? Oh, because Fresh Prince color scheme. Oh yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely what it is.
You're
So,
probably right.
all right,
They have it on tap at Memphis International. I'm learning. So if you go flying anywhere,
the
Dang,
airport.
it's-
You say
dark. Yeah,
what?
it's dark. I'm looking at a picture of it, and excuse me, in a glass.
Yeah, I was surprised. I mean, I knew it was a dark wheat, but I was surprised when I saw the little bit of remnants in the rim there. It was darker
Yeah,
than I
remnants in
imagined.
the rim.
But it doesn't hit like a dark beer. You know what I mean?
No, not at all. 5.6.
It's lighter than that.
Yeah. Anyway,
Um,
I think it's a good enough score holistically to get yourself a Dunkel Phil, dude. You can get this
Especially if
baby
you're a
blue can, or
fresh
you can get
Fresh Prince
crazy
fan.
green can.
Well, fellas, that's all she wrote for episode 125. Come back next
It
week to
is.
see if Dane's waiver's been cleared. Bring a cold beer, Chevy Thought Takes. We're out.
If you enjoyed this episode of Tigers Untapped, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Like and subscribe at Bluff City Media's YouTube page.